Okay, so we've got the tail on, we've got the head and the jaw on, so now it's time for the whiskers. So the whiskers you will find on your sheet here. It's kind of like an elongated kind of raindrop. That's the shape you're looking for, so we find that on here. Get this the right way up. That's this one here. So let's cut that out. You need to be careful. Try and keep your sheet as intact as possible. So you can see I'm trying to keep it all together on one sheet so that if you have to stop and do something else, you come back and you're not going to lose any pieces. We'll put that there. So here we go, cutting out the whiskers. Rub off any pencil marks. Okay, so the whiskers you'll see are here. Now, I don't know if you can see inside, but the wider bit, this bit, is that bit there. It's stuck down there. So it's here. This is where our whiskers are going to go. Right there, sticking on there like that. So what we need to do is make the whiskers. Now with the scalpel, you would pull down the middle and come down each side. But we're not doing scalpels today, we're doing scissors. So cut down the middle first. And you cut to about there on the card. Then you split these ones up, so cut this one in half. And this one. Careful with your fingers. And if you're feeling brave, you could then split this one up. But you don't have to, four is enough, but if you want to, you can then cut down. To make them a bit more fringed. These are all the kind of the little details with paper art that give everything texture and make everything look really nice. So there we go. If you find you've got any little bits kind of hanging off, that's cool, just snip those off. And there we have it. So we're going to bend this around. Put some glue on here. We're going to stick those on to here. Again, this is another one of those ones, a bit like the head, that needs a bit of patience. You have to hold it in place for quite a long time. But it's worth it. Okay, so that took a bit of time to glue that on. It takes quite a while, a bit like the head, to get that into place. But now we're starting to really see the prawn come together. See, that's still popping up now. So it's in place. Just pull these whiskers out a little bit, just so that they create a bit of depth in your model. Okay, so next up we are going to do the other sections on this model here, so all these bits here. So we're going to cut all of these out now in one go. So let's do it. So here we are with getting all the legs and whiskers done. So we have these really, really long ones. They are labelled I. Here we've got D, C, B, A and F and G down here. So they're all hopefully easy to distinguish. We've got E there. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut them all out and lay them out so we all know we've got the right bits in the right places. So let's go. So I think what we'll do first is the legs. So we've cut out the legs, and we can cross-reference them here. You can see that this is A, and A on here is the longest. B and C are shorter, and D here are the small ones here. So hopefully that's easy to see. So now we need to attach these to the body. But first of all, we're going to rub out any pencil marks. Make sure again that when you rub in the direction of the paper so you don't rip anything. If you do rip anything, I know it would be annoying, but you can always just redraw it and cut out a new one, so don't panic. Down side. Okay, so let's lay these out. Okay, so here is the prawn that I created before. You can see all the legs stuck on there. Now the trick is with these legs is that they start small and they work their way up to being the longest ones, but they're not perfect and they don't have to be stuck exactly in the right place, but definitely in the right order. So how I do this is I stick the smallest and the longest first and then fill it in the middle. So let's get them arranged. So take your pieces, we've got the small ones here. You see I haven't done them perfectly because I don't want you to feel like you have to cut these out perfectly. Medium ones. That's a long one, I think. There's some long ones. There. Hopefully you can see that. And so I'm going to stick them on to the body. Okay, so let's start gluing. So we're going to glue the shortest one first, I think. So if you look at this one here, you can see the smallest one is kind of 2 segments away from the tail and is in this direction. So let's stick that one first. Just put glue on that bit, not on the main leg. And we're going to stick that onto our model, about 2 segments away, and it's tipping in towards the body. There. And then we're going to stick the long one, which is also in that direction. We're going to stick that one. Just put glue on that end. And we're sticking that, you can see, right near to where the whiskers are. So it's around about there. And you can see from the angle needs to be for the legs to be stuck. So they're kind of sticking out into the curve of the body. Okay, and then we've got 2 more to stick. These are medium ones, so put glue on there. And position that around somewhere equidistant so that the other one can fill that space there. There, so hopefully you can see all 4 legs stuck in position. And you can repeat the same on the other side. So here we have our original prawn. So we can use, actually, the ones we've already stuck are quite helpful to create a guide for us. So we take the shortest one, put some glue on there, and we're going to put that in a similar spot to the first one. I'm going to get the longest one. Glue just on that central there in the tab. I'm going to stick that one in a similar place. So you can see there's all little mucky bits there, but I don't worry about that because all of this stuff gets covered up. So, oh. Okay, and so the last 2. And the last one. So you're looking to stick them equidistantly. Notice this section keeps wanting to move around, so I might put a blob of glue in there shortly. Okay, so we have our legs stuck. So I think because we've got this little bit of movement here, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue. You can use a bit of card, just put a bit of glue in there. We don't want that bit of movement there, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue underneath. And that will, while we're working, just keep pressing that down a little bit. That should stop that moving around. Okay, so here we have the prawn is really coming together now. He's got his legs, he's got his tail, he's got his head, and he's got his jaw. So next, it's time for all the whiskers on his face, his crown and his eyes. So we'll do that next.